All right, I'm just so I can align it. Okay, well, thanks for sitting down.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You're awesome. So I guess my first question is like, what is like the overall message that you're like trying to share when you do this?
That everybody has something to contribute, regardless of their station in life. We all have something to contribute to better our society. And regardless, what you majored in, where you are in life, you are valuable. And there are things that you can learn, and there are things that you can teach. People need to know your story, and you need to know the stories of other Americans, because this is one of the richest countries in the world in terms of diversity. And that's what built this country, diversity. So we want to keep that going. Everybody in this country is an immigrant, except those who were brought here as slaves and those who were already here, Native Americans. But we all have to work together.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. My second question is, so as you probably heard, I mean, we've had recently a bit of political violence that has occurred here on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was even in the crowd when it happened. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess that my question is like, how do you think we as a campus should deal with like this division that is now existing, like in our little community here?
Face on. Don't avoid it. Don't run away from it. The purpose, and I am very, very pleased with the UVU, and I don't just say that because I'm here. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of schools. I get booked on college campuses all over the country. Okay, and probably 2 or 3 times a year, the student council, student activities board will, see me on Joe Rogan or see me wherever, and hey, let's bring that guy to campus, right? So they book it, and then right before the event, a couple weeks before the event, the administration cancels it. Says no, we can't have him on campus. That topic's too controversial. There's nothing controversial I talk about here. That's real life, okay? The purpose of an institution of higher learning is to prepare the students to navigate life beyond the campus, okay? Here on campus, let's just say hypothetically, okay? You're white, I'm black. Let's say I'm a student here, I'm your age, I went to school here. And you and I both work in the school cafeteria. You're getting paid the same thing I'm getting paid. If a girl student is working there, she's getting paid the same thing. Okay, there's no discrimination here, right? But when you graduate and you get out there beyond the campus, those things do exist. You might make more money because of your skin color. I might make less, even though I might be more qualified than you. A girl might get paid less, even though she's maybe more qualified than both of us, just because she's a female. All right? Things like that exists. And so we're not taught that on the campus. I was told, work as hard as you can, try to get straight A's, work, give 110, don't give 100%, give 110%, so you can get a good job. And I did, and I was a good student. But guess what? When I graduated, tried to get a job, people would not hire me because of this. Not because of my qualifications, just didn't want me. And I never learned that in school. Women who complain about they go on the job and their boss or one of their co-workers sexually harasses them. We've heard those stories many times, right? How come we don't teach those girls while they're in school how to deal if you have a job and somebody's sexually harassing you? That might not happen on the campus, but it can happen out there. So the campus is good for academics, but it should also prepare us for real life. What happened on this campus on September 10th can happen anywhere. It happens out there. If somebody wanted to kill Charlie Kirk, they're gonna find a way to do it. All right? They just happened to get him here. He could have been in Washington D.C. He could have been in Idaho. He could have been not on a college campus. He could have been at a party somewhere. Whatever. This person obviously was stalking him or whatever. Right? So it could have happened anywhere. How do we deal with that when we graduate? Because it's going to happen in the world. I'm not trying to put fear into anybody, but these are real life situations. How many times have we heard about somebody going ballistic at a school and shooting up the classroom? Sandy Hook or Columbine or all these places. Those are not going to be the last. It's going to happen again. So we have to prepare ourselves. How do we deal with this? It's not just about changing the person. We also have to change the culture that produces people like that who think they can just go out. If they don't like somebody, they can just cancel them. Not cancel them by not listening to them, but cancel him by taking him out. removing him from the. No, that's not the way to do. You know, when I was going to school, in high school, people would get into fights. You know, kids. You know, you might get a black eye and give that guy a bloody nose. Then tomorrow you're shaking hands and you're playing together. Today, some kid gets upset, goes home, gets a gun, comes back and shoots up the whole classroom. The culture has changed. We have to change the culture that produces that mentality.
I really like that. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I got one more question for you. So when we are engaging in like dialogue with like an opposing side, like somebody I don't disagree with, you know, what do you think is the best way to go about that respectively and productively?
Okay, a couple things. One, you know, the us versus them mentality, right? Okay, we need to eliminate. Do I have time or?
You know, probably about another 30 seconds because you
Okay.
got some other people wanting to
Okay.
talk to you.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Let's eliminate the words you, me, my. Okay. Eliminate those words. What's your first name?
Jonah.
Jonah. Okay. So Jonah, if I wanted you to see something, I should not say, Jonah, you need to look at it like this. No. Because when I say you, I'm separating you from me. I said same as us and them. I would say, Jonah, let us look at it like this. Or Jonah, can we look at it like this for a moment? We. Replace you and me with us and we. That way I'm bringing you onto my side. Psychologically, it has an effect on the person. I'm not separating you from you and me, my, I. Okay? We. Can we look at it like this? Or let us look at it. So I'm being more inclusive as opposed to exclusive. You, me, I, that's excluding.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for sitting down for this.